Boxing King Media in association with Boxro, Matt Macklin. Matt, a huge night for Sky this Saturday, and by the looks of it, they're looking to launch Adam Azim as one of their next big stars.
Yeah, definitely. He's everyone's speaking so highly of him in and around the gyms. Saying how well he sparred with such and such a one and held his own with top guys. Brilliant amateur, junior amateur, won everything you could win as a junior. So heard a lot about him, and so far, from what we've seen, he looks the business. Long road ahead, much tougher tests ahead. But for a young kid and the fights he's had, you'd have to say he's a standout talent. So Sky are getting behind him, and Boxer are pushing him hard, and I think rightly so, because over the last 12 months or so, he's definitely someone that you'd say he's a standout fighter.
Definitely. They're just talking now. You've got a big Midlands fight. Obviously, you being a Midlands man, how excited are you for that? Because I don't know if you saw the first fight or not.
I didn't see the first fight. I heard about it, but it's fair play to them for getting the rematch on. And this is some of them English title fights, or even area title fights, British title fights, upper level. But those sort of domestic or level fights that we've seen where they're pitched in together, because you see guys that probably aren't even the finished article pitched in are fighting each other in what's a 50-50 fight. So we see there have been some of the best fights over the years. So that fight for me is probably the standout fight on the undercard.
And obviously a fellow Brummie, Sam Eggington, in another, what looks to be like another fighter who's kind of mirror image of him.
Yeah, Sam's like the British Gabe Rosado. He hasn't got a padded record. He's just gone in there for anyone, whenever. So naturally, there's some losses on there. If you're prepared to fight anyone, anywhere, sometimes you're going to lose. But he's learned. He's got better. He's improved. He's made adjustments, and you'd have to say it's good to see him getting the main event slot, to see him get that kind of exposure that he deserves, because he's a throwback, really, and if you watch a Sam Eggington fight, you're going to be entertained.
You 100% are. Obviously, all these fights are kind of similar sort of to the weights that you were fighting now. When you see these guys tearing up, you're not missing it because you're still in shape.
My days are long gone, but don't miss it now. Listen, I had my time and it was great and I loved it. Do I wish I could do it all again? I wish I knew then what I knew now, but I think anyone in life probably says that, don't they? No, I don't. I don't miss it because I'm still involved. I'm at every show, pretty much. I've got the best seat in the house. I get to talk about it as well and get paid. So no, I don't. And I don't have to diet or make weight. So.
That's a fair point. One of the kids on the undercard, Shaquille Thompson, I spoke to Johnny about him. There's so many fighters in the UK that are really, really good, but they're just not getting people backing them, promoting them. Shaq's obviously one. Dante Dixon's another one who still seems like to be a promotional free agent. What does it take for these guys to get snapped up? Obviously, Shaq's got his chances Saturday.
Yeah, it is tough when you're waiting for an opportunity. Look, I suppose you have to back yourself in the sense by fighting for small money, keep boxing, keep winning, keep improving, keep developing. And stay, don't be blown up in weight. Don't be getting unfit. You got to stay ready and stay as busy as possible. Something will come. Do you know what I mean? I believe something will come. If you stay on it, something will come to you. And then, this show's coming here to Coventry, West Midlands talent, surrounding areas, Birmingham, etc. Lots of guys on there. If they get a slot on the TV and they impress, that can open a door. Do you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you're earning your money. When I say fight for small money, you might think, I've got to work as well. It's not worth the commitment I'm putting in. But if you can grind it out and you get that opportunity on TV, or you take a 50-50 fight and you go in and you look good and you win and everyone's talking about it, all of a sudden you've created another opportunity. And lots of people years ago had to do it the hard way. Not everyone's an Olympian or a top amateur turning pro with a big deal and a big backing. Lots of fighters have to grind it through the hard way on the small hall, and that was how they did it in the old days, I guess.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Two guys for the Midlands title just facing off. I'm just wondering in case they push and shove each other, because that's what happened last time.
I think there's probably a bit more respect there now. I think they've been in with each other. There's probably a bit of need or a bit of rivalry, but definitely I think a bit of respect as well. This could be the fight of the night. I'm probably listen, Sam Higgins could always be in fight of the night, but I think everyone's looking forward to this one.
I'm genuinely excited because I was at the first fight and it was a really, really good fight. Just want to ask you about some other topics in boxing, as we always do. AJ obviously is announced, he's with the Zone, but there's no official TV announcement. Did you watch the press the other day, and do you feel it's got the publicity and the eyes that it deserves?
Well, it's not going to get the publicity that it would have got if it was with Sky Sports. That's just a fact, isn't it? Because Sky's Sky. It's been the sports channel in the UK for well over 20 years now, and 30 years, I guess. And it's all sports fans in the UK watch Sky. I've got Sky Sports, and they watch Sky Sports and Sky Sports News, and that if that was on, if Sky were doing AJ Usyk, it'd be just blasted all over the place on Sky Sports News, repeated on the hour, be on the adverts on the football. It'd be just, you wouldn't be able to turn around without seeing it. But they know that, so I don't know. Obviously, the package that the Zone offered him and Matchroom must have been too good to turn down, I guess.
Definitely. What did you make of the comments? I think AJ said to him in the press, I quote, it was along the lines of, you bust my ass in the first fight, but I'm going to get my revenge. What would you make of them sort of comments? Would you say that to your opponent?
He said, what,
I think it was something along the lines of, you bust my ass in the first fight.
Well, he did, didn't he? I think he's just stating a fact, really. Look, I think AJ's got to look at that fight and think, I made a mistake trying to box him. I tried to box with the boxer and I got outboxed. My fault. This time, I've got to be the fighter. I've got to be the aggressor. I'm the bigger man. I hit harder. I've got to be physically imposing on him. I can't stand back and box and get into that tit for tat, feint in and out. It exhausted him. It drained him. He's got to get in there and make it his fight.
That's a fair point. And just quickly, Joseph Parker recently signed with the boxer. Frank Warren made a lot of comments the other day, basically saying that obviously he's not British and he's unsure what boxer plan to do with Joseph Parker. What do you make of all that?
I didn't see that, to be honest. I don't know, Frank's.
His comments were, he comes from New Zealand, he's not a British fighter, who cares? Every time he comes here, he's only come here as an opponent to fight a British fighter. I don't think many people are going to care who he's doing or what he's fighting.
Yeah, I mean, Frank's can look at it that way, but I think that's looking at negatively. He's a world-class heavyweight. He's been involved in some brilliant fights here, the two with Chisora. He lost some points to AJ. That wasn't a great fight, not a great performance from him that night, I didn't think. But, he is a former world champion. He has been involved in some good fights, fan-friendly fights, notably with Derek Chisora. So he is known. He does have profile among the UK fans as well. So, if the right fight can be made for him, I think boxing fans here would buy into that. They'd go to that fight. They'd tune in to watch Joseph Parker.
Sound. And just last one, Lawrence Okoli did an interview yesterday, and I'm putting two and two together here because I don't know what's happening. Johnny Nelson said to me earlier, Sky are going to announce some signings that are going to rock the boat. Lawrence did an interview yesterday, and he kind of implied that he might be looking elsewhere. I don't know if you saw that clip or not.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard rumours. Do you know what I mean? Like I guess everyone else has, but they're just rumours. You hear lots of rumours every day until something's signed, sealed, and announced. Pie in the sky, isn't it?
Rumours keep media channels in business, Matt. Anything else you would add?
I'm not going to fuel anymore.
Anything else you would add, Matt, before I let you go?
No. Just hope it's a good show on Saturday. I hope the best man wins in every fight and everyone returns home healthy to their families.
Good man. Speak soon.